Hi, Serial Awakening. Um, my video today is. Oh, you know what? Sorry about that. I wanted to grab my cards. Um, my video today is about sadness. I'm feeling a lot of energy in the collective that's just sad. I do believe anyone that's looking at this and resonating with this message, even the people who don't act like they are feeling sad right now, are feeling sad. That front is there to protect the sadness, because this is why I believe, from my past experiences and being in relationships, familial, platonic, romantic, and otherwise, this is something I remember always repeating to myself when I would feel bad, feel hurt, feel wronged. I can't say anything about this. There's no good way. I can't bring it to the person because I'll get in trouble. And so how much of that sadness in my life have I stuffed down because I didn't want to get in trouble for feeling bad? Does this resonate with anybody? Okay, so today I woke up and I realized that my sadness is important. I'm important. Whether anybody else recognizes that or not, it's simply when other people are not recognizing your sadness, it's because they can't even recognize their own. Up comes the front. I'm not sad. Because there's a misconception of sadness equating weakness. It's not true. Everyone feels sad. Everyone. God-given emotion, sadness. What happens when we ignore our sadness? Well, we compound it down and then we get angry. Blame. Guilt, shame, remorse. All these things will compact in us and turn us into monsters. How many of us know people who turn into monsters? That monster is actually someone who is not able to recognize their own feelings as being important. So that person is not able to recognize your feelings either. You might be in a relationship that you need to exit out of so that you can recognize your feelings as important. That other person's not going to be able to do that. If you're in a relationship where you've ever said, I can't bring this to this person because I'm going to get in trouble, that person and yourself need to do some individual soul seeking. And doing it together will only, it's two broken people getting together and breaking each other even more. So sadness, when you feel it, is not bad. Again, that's judging your sadness as bad. That's only going to make you more sad. And if you've done this for years of your life, it might take some time to come out of that sadness. I would like to pull some cards now just to kind of see collective energy on the topic I am referring. Well, look at that. That was the Five of Swords. I always look at Five of Swords as self-deception. That winner-take-all kind of attitude, or win at all cost. Which, if you're around somebody who's always happy, but yet, that attitude is definitely a sad place to be. Win at all cost. That comes from ignoring sadness and chasing pleasure. You know, pain bad, pleasure at all costs. Equating winning to it doesn't matter who I have to cut down to win. Let me give it one more shuffle. Queen of Rods. Some good passionate energy there. On the bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. There's a lot of disillusionment. There's a lot of, well, if I can fill these cups, my emotions, with all these things, I don't have to look at what the matter is. So that was underlying energy. So 4 of Pentacles. This is stubborn. This is definitely stubborn energy today. But let's see, I'm going to pull another one with it. Relationships. So we've got the 4 of Pentacles. I keep going the wrong way. I'm like so backwards with my camera. I'm so sorry. Let me do this. Here we go. So we've got the 4 of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups. To me, these is holding on to relationships. And that's current energy. Heart space. Sadness. Broken heart. Disappointment. This is collective energy, guys. I feel it. I don't have to know more than this is what in our hearts is asking for us just to look at it. How many people out there have a tattoo of a heart with a sword through it, but yet won't address their own emotional pain and disappointment? I really don't need to know that. That's rhetorical. But Page of Rods. You know, this is, it doesn't matter how you get there. It really doesn't matter how you get there. Just get there. Try to get this. You know, the Page of Rods energy here is simply recognizing God energy, God force, God passion, and driving with it. If it's to heal your broken heart, that's okay. I mean, as I look at these cards, the page is like got his back turned. Trying. Spirit said I could do this. I just heard it in my head when I flipped the cards. Instead of forging on as if the pain doesn't exist, be the page that looks directly at it. I will fuel my passion with the heartache, the disappointment to move forward. That's why I'm making this video. Possible outcome. Knight of Swords. This is becoming clear with some things. This is a, I like the red, the passion that's in this card. Let me see here. This is the Morgan Greer deck, by the way. This tower over here that's got like, you know, like volcano kind of, and then you can see on this sword, this is a guy who is honest. You may not enjoy the delivery. You may not enjoy the way this truth is brought. I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm here to tell you what you need to hear. That's what I hear when I think of this guy. Justice. Yay! So we've got a knight Here we go. Spirit says, make him look at her. This is our possible outcome. This is a knight weary from the battle because he's going to go through some things. But he's looking directly at the scales of justice. In whatever fashion he has to balance out. Because it is only going through that pain, looking at it squarely, using it to glean the necessary mental lessons that will passionately drive you into this energy of, I'm going to be better at all costs. I'm so important. Because these are individuals. The relationships are the teachers. Holding on to relationships. And this Two of Cups to me here it doesn't have to be, again, romantic. Please do not think that this is solely facing on romantic. Romantic relationships are great teachers. But all your relationships are. Your family and platonic relationships are just as important as your romantic ones as how to navigate through life. Because we have to be able to determine for ourselves, what do we hold on to and what do we let go of. Looking at our pain for what it's supposed to teach us, to finally get to the point where at all costs we are going to cut through the BS and get to a balanced state of being. Then again, these are either choices or deceptions. And we always have choices. There's always going to be choices, but what's in the cups? Spirit is directly asking me, and underneath that was Temperance. Look to Spirit for help in deciding what's in your cups as important. This is Spirit's energy coming through, specifically asking you to take a full inventory. He's got 2 cups in his hand. There's 7 here. Temperance is asking you to please let me help you decide which cups need to be tempered. Which cups. Here's 2 cups. I can help you if you simply ask me to. Hold on to what's necessary. Let go of what is. Using heartache and disappointment to learn what you need to learn about yourself. Move forward into a balanced energy so that you can become a happy person. Even when you're sad, you can be happy. Yeah, I said it. There's 2 cups. I believe this is Michael. Is this Michael? Yeah, I think that's Michael. But there's 2 cups in... Let me see if I can go the right way. I can't go backwards on the camera. Anyways, so there's 2 cups in the Archangel's hands. 2 cups. 7 in this one. Let Spirit guide you through. Spirit's in this energy too. It's just a little baby energy, but it's something to run with, not run away from. Look at the pain. It's okay. It's what's necessary to give you the mental capacity to want that balance. If you're constantly running from pain, you're going to end up in pain. Pain's not going, you're not going to run away from pain. You're not. It will catch up with you. So be bold enough, even if it is the page, to look at it and say, I'm not running from you anymore. Then your mind will get strong enough to say, I want balance in my life. And Spirit's here to say, I can help. I can help take 7 cups to 2 and temper you into precisely the emotional state you need to be in. And it really is just recognizing that pain and sadness are not bad. It's not. And if somebody around you thinks that it's bad and is constantly trying to get you to ignore your pain, just cheer up. Oh, well, thanks. I hadn't thought of that. No, that person isn't able to look at their own pain, so that's not really good advice to take. But recognizing that your sadness is trying to tell you something, that it wants to be recognized, that it wants you to just feel me. Just feel me and recognize me as a very important part of you that you've always wanted to have recognized. Isn't that really the bottom line? Anytime you're in pain, you just really wanted somebody to say, I'm sorry you feel that way, and I am. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that things have gotten like this. It hurts. It hurts to feel alone and feel like of all the 7 billion people on this planet, to feel so alone. But just recognizing it's because others can't see it either. So now that I'm crying, which is okay. It's okay to cry. Part of sadness. God-given human emotion. I'm okay with it. Devil was looking at me. Oh, and then the hangman. Isn't that pretty? Looking at what binds you completely different. Take the hangman approach. Look at that dark side of you from a different perspective. Instead of thinking as this sadness is bad, maybe it's not. Maybe there's nothing really in this world that's bad. Nothing. Once we learn from it, not judging it, learning from it. That's what the hangman does. He doesn't judge it. Just looks at it from a different perspective. So, this has been Ethereal, and I'll catch you on the other side. Whatever that means.